Hey, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing Thursday. Excited to be with y'all. Let's flip this camera around, my dear.
1, 2, 3. Watch what we're going to do.
OMG, 1, 2, 3. There's these little buttons around here that whoop, 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 do things like that. Well, here they come. Hi there, Rita.
So we're going to have a little honky-tonk theme tonight.
A little hoedown.
Because I got the boots on.
Show me them boots. We got dancing boots. What kind of boots you got? Oh, can we get a little dance? Little dance. Yeehaw!
And we got a cute little purse that goes with it.
Love it. Yeah, look at them feet. Yeehaw! You go, girl. It's a boot day.
It's the boot scootin' boogie.
Boot scootin' boogie. Come on in, everybody. Lovely to be with you.
Ooh, nothing like a nice
Tristan
sweat.
and Sabrina here, and this is the Sabrina Show, where we talk about breakthroughs and setbacks and kicking butt and growing and blowing through all the things that try to hold us back. Healing and using high vibes and life force energy and love force energy and connecting to that which is your truth. And we're here to talk about this cool thing called mother energy.
Mother love.
Mother love and the protector. So who's out there? Come on in.
We have our mobile devices and our laptops over here so
We
that
do.
we can
We're going to connect with you
connect
live.
with you. There it is.
Come on in. So, it was Mother's Day just recently. Hey, you loved yourself. That's a really good idea. Self-love.
Because I
Love heart shower yourself, people.
did.
When you need a little more love, just go live on Facebook and love yourself. It works.
Because when a post has some, it's called engagement. When somebody's clicking the thumb or the smile or the laugh or the surprise, it'll tell other people, hey, the show is starting. Get your seat. So,
That's right.
Yes, I did. I loved myself.
I love that you love yourself. So here's how it unfolds. We are working on different ways to get the information to you so that it's easy to find. And today might be a little new for some of you. If you're watching the replay, you'll now know for the next time. We created an event. And so we've actually done this a few different ways. Sometimes you can create a live video event, and it says you're going to go live, and you can click a button that says notify me when it goes live. Hello there. We got a howdy from Gail. Hi, Wendy. And so folks are actually just finding us now because we're using a new method. We actually used Facebook to create a normal event that puts a picture, and then as soon as we go live, we go and we put that live video in the comment section.
Blah,
Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, all you have to do
Back to the mother.
is show up on the page, scroll around, and you'll see two crazy people talking.
Yeah, whenever a video is, you can always see the recordings of a live broadcast. When it's live, there's usually like a red square, and it says in the square live. And when it's not live, that square goes away, but it still reacts like it's live. So if you're watching this on a replay and you comment, we'll see your comment at the exact time that you said it during the live so that we can continue the conversation.
So, hello Gail. Hi Wendy. Hello Debbie. Lovely to be with you. So just for those of you getting in on this right now, today we're talking about mother energy. That unconditional love. It was Mother's Day here, everywhere, recently. Well, just in Texas.
Just in Texas.
And we're also talking about the protector energy, which mothers have a lot of that energy. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get into a conversation around that, and we all can use that energy to be more beautiful, not only with our families and our children, but also with ourselves. So do you want to jump right in?
I do.
Let's do it.
So on Mother's Day, we took Mother Rita, which is my biological mother.
Hey, biological mom.
We took her out to lunch, and Tristan asked her what she really loved about being a mother, and that just provoked conversation. But then I was just started thinking about everything that Mom was saying, but also what I feel about motherhood, what that means to me, the quality of being a mother. And I was saying that it feels like, let's say, a really good mother right? I have your back,
Yeah.
right? Unconditional love. I have your back. When you fall down, I'm going to pick you up, right? I'm going to let you learn your lessons. I'm not going to spoil you, just maybe a little, right? But I'm going to cheer you on. I'm going to root for you. I know the best you. Right. I always remember the best you, and I want the best for you. Mm-hmm. Your success is my success. There's never like competition, right? It's a whatever you do, it's an extension of me, and I feel that and love that too. And it feels so good to care for and to nurture, right? It feels so good when you get to nurture something, when you get to love something, when you get to feel like you're providing. And I started thinking, wow, that's how I feel about our business, about my students, our students, whether they're in our life force classes or more of a fitness class, dance class, and even in the business school, is that when they have a success, I get so excited. And I remembered that when I was running dance schools, and my little students, or maybe they were in a competition and they would go on the floor to compete, I was fine when it was me, right? I can go out there, I know I'm fine, I'm going to be, but man, when they were out there, my stomach would be doing little flip-flops, and I'd be shaking and sweating, just hoping they would remember everything, and knowing that best time they did it in the school. I thought, wow, it's that same quality that we bring into the workplace with what we choose to do for jobs.
That's true. That's
right?
beautiful.
Coaches, teachers, healers, helpers. We love that feeling of providing, and even people that do other things for a job or as a volunteer, it's that joy that I feel, right? It could be confusing, and you could think that the one you're giving to is the one getting all the pleasure, but it's really the one getting to do the mothering, right? Like, I'm the one that is so excited for my students. That's my joy to have. I mean, good for them too.
You're a good mom. You're like a momager sometimes.
A momager. I'm his momager.
She mothers me well too. She loves on me in many ways. Yeah. I see many of you are just popping in, so welcome. I think both Bonnies, at least one Bonnie Bush, hi. And I see lovely Barb is here with us.
I saw Wendy pop in.
Hi there. So we're just flowing here with this beautiful energy of what it is to be a mother. And you know, I can speak to it as well.
And tell us in the chat, what is it for you? What do you love about being a mother? Whether you have biological children or not, right? Because I don't. I have puppies and students, but we're talking about that quality of being a mother.
And this is something that may sound a little unusual. I obviously am not a mother. I'm not even a father, although I connect to the energy, the feminine principle in my meditation. So I actually can speak to it to some degree of what I think it feels like. And I've described this to some other women and yourself, and they've looked at me like, how do you know that? How do you feel that? And I said, I think it's just, we're made of male and female energy, yin and yang, right? We come from a male and a female egg, and I'm not going to get into the birds and the bees, but we have all of that inside of us. So I think a man, if he is sensitive, someone in a male body, how about that, has the sensitivity, can feel that feminine energy, just like a woman can feel masculine energy. And so in deep meditations, where you really let go and you surrender, I have experienced a great feminine principle, and I will tell you that it feels very powerful. And so the moms listening, the women listening, you know, like the mama bear that's going to protect her cubs, oh man, watch out, right? And I've seen that. Before we continue with the conversation, I'd like to surprise my dear wife with a little treat, and I'd like to invite you to join us. So because it's date night, and you're all participating, we're having a date night together, if you might enjoy a little beverage with us, why don't you grab one? And Sabrina's been working really hard all week and all day, and I thought I'd pour her a little glass of wine. Does that sound all right with you? So I'm going to give her a little Robert Mondavi, because I know how much you love. Sometimes she says, oh, date night with Robert. I'm like, huh? So we're going to give Sabrina a little
Thank you.
early date night wine. So cheers to those of you who are going to have a drinky poo with us. And what I'm almost doing a commercial here. This is a non-alcoholic St. Pauli girl. And I think I'm going to start date night right about now too. Okay, so jumping right back in. Cheers. And cheers to you. Glug, glug, glug. All right. So that energy, to me, feeling that mother power quality.
Let's have more episodes of the Sabrinas show.
Kobe, where's your glass, honey? Get your glass to give you a virtual little vino. I know Kobe likes red wine. So, as a martial artist, and as a man who teaches men and women and children to be strong and to be powerful, one of the tools that I've used that has really empowered women is to help them visualize that their child or their loved one is standing behind them if someone was trying to, in some way, hurt them. To visualize you're the protector.
Yeah.
You know what that feels like. It's like instant black belt soup. You feel so empowered. You're like, oh, no, you didn't, right? So that's an incredible energy to have.
Yeah, I had a few situations earlier in my life, confrontations, situations with bad men. And at the time, I guess it never occurred to me that I could be fierce, that I could actually protect myself, that I could scream, that I could hit back. I only knew run, right? That's great too, right?
Yeah.
But after working with Tristan and the self-defense classes and having that mental tool gave me permission that if they get past me, they're going to get to my puppies. So you know what that means, right? That bad man's going down.
Yeah.
Right? Because I will be the entire power of the universe, right? To protect something that you love. And that it's such a great mindset to then take it a step further and to become that for myself, right? To have the mindset of if somebody was ever doing something in this direction that was hurtful or unloving or unkind, that part of me, that mother that is the protector, to let that part come forward and to stand up, to have unconditional love for little Sabrina, little innocent Sabrina. So you can be the protector, which isn't a bully, right? It's a beautiful, strong, like goddess warrior. You can be that divine mother protector of your own innocence. Never let anyone take that from you.
So welcome to those of you who are just popping in. Martin, cheers. Having a little, did you know that St. Pauli Girl has a non-alcoholic beer? It's actually really, really good.
It's funny, I'm drinking a beverage that's like a man's name, and you're drinking one that has a girl's name.
Robert and St. I don't know her name, but we'll go with St. Pauli.
So one of my, show him the label. It's a, is she
that's
German?
Right. Yes, this was who you played with. So take a look.
So one of my first...
That's Sabrina.
One of my first jobs, I was probably 18, as a professional dancer.
What haven't you done?
Dancing at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, Virginia. And Busch Gardens is divided into countries. And I auditioned as a singer-dancer. You don't pick the show you audition for. You just go with like 5,000 people and get your 30 seconds to sing. And if you pass that, you might get to sing a whole minute. And then you dance for 1 minute. And I got to be the lead dancer-singer in the German show. And so for spring, summer, and fall, I danced with one of those, I don't even know what you call them. Those
Does anybody know what this outfit's called? What is this outfit?
Really tight corset-y dress.
That's totally you, Sabrina. It looks like you, too. Oh, my gosh. Can you sing some of it?
Oh, I don't remember.
Eins, hein. You know some. I don't know.
Eins, zwei, drei, so far, down the hatch.
So
I would sing it, but I would just be making it all up.
We're talking about the beautiful energy of the mother. And
cheers, Wendy, with your kombucha.
Cheers to everybody. Beautiful night, date night. When I first came on the path of yoga, I read a book called The Autobiography of a Yogi, and many of you have read that book and have told us how much you love it. It's about a beautiful teacher, Paramahansa Yogananda, and he talked a lot about the Divine Mother, as did another teacher I enjoyed reading about Sri Ramakrishna. And these yogis talk about the divine or God in this very beautiful way of connecting to the divine principle. Mm-hmm. So as a young man, that opened my mind up to the concept of the divine not just being this male persona, but also the feminine principle.
Like Mother Mary?
Totally.
Or
Mother Gaia, as we speak about the earth. So I leaned into that in meditation. And in the meditations, I had great guidance about being very open and receptive and allowing energy to flow to you and through you and to receive. And that's the way that I think we receive a mother's love, how she loves on us. And so I would go into my meditations as if the Divine Mother was caring for me. And oh my gosh, it's so powerful because we have that love with our mothers. Not all, but many of us have had beautiful mothering. Sometimes we've had some crazy mothering. But to feel the unconditional love of that mother principle is amazing. And so I would encourage all of you to experience that if you haven't, if you love meditation or just leaning into feeling cared for by this universe, feel the love of the feminine principle and of the mother. And it really melted my ego, the part that was hard and too masculine. I think you can go too far to extremes. I was too stoic. I was too soldier, and I needed some of that soft. And fortunately, I had a teacher who told me the strong can afford to be gentle. And in that gentleness, you become a very beautiful warrior of love, not of fear.
Yeah.
That's
and
balance.
I think it's such a natural feeling. I just remembered some of our just best friends in the world, Heather and Brandon. They have 2 daughters, 1 and 3 years old. And when we go over there, one of their favorite things to do is to make Tristan lay on the floor, and they go and get as many blankets as they can, one at a time, and they cover him up with blankets while they pat his back and rub his back like their mom and dad do for them and they say like going night night. So they like to.
It's a whole ceremony.
To put him to bed. Yeah, it's the night ceremony.
It's
but you
really
can see how
sweet.
They're already pretending to be that mother and that nurturer, or they do that with their dolls, right? They're already
that
caretaking.
Yeah.
I loved dolls.
You feel so loved when a young child, plays with you in that way and loves on you. It's really sweet. So lean in, to your power also. We're speaking to men and women. I've definitely had women say to me they enjoy the balance energy in both of us. They feel a strength in you as well as an angel-like gentleness.
Justin said that.
I call her Angel Bear.
He said he used to be scared of me when he first met me.
I was scared. Sabrina was like, whoa, don't mess with her, man. She is gnarly. Like, if she wanted to get something done, it was getting done, right? Like, she was setting up a program or something. Like, don't mess with Sabrina. You'll be cut out of the show. And you were pretty powerful. You've really found your middle yin and yang. I used to be on the other side, just trying to be all tough, but on the inside, there was that sensitivity that really wanted to come out. I remember one of my first meditation classes that I went to, there was an exercise where we walked around the room, and you had like eye contact, and then you would hug. And I remember this lady, I gave her this strong, manly, I'm in my 20s, a strong hug, and she just looked at me like, hold on. Can you just melt for a moment? Can you give like a heart hug? And I was like, of course I can.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Heart hug coming up. And she helped me realize how stoic I'd become. And so I've really allowed more of that feminine, I'm going to say mother-like quality. I get it, ladies, I get it. It's a beautiful, powerful energy. And women have said back, now later in life, they really love seeing a man, gentlemen, listen up, who have that soft, sensitive side as well. So don't be afraid of that.
Oh, yeah.
It's powerful.
Yeah, when you see anyone, male or female, and they have that balance, right? Like I always laugh because of Tristan's martial arts background. I say, yeah, he's really sweet, but watch out, he'll kill you.
I kill you.
He'll kill you. No, I've had quite a few of my female friends say that they really admire that they can have a conversation with Tristan about feelings. Like, he's not afraid to go there. And sometimes I feel bad for men because society, depending on where you were raised, has said that feelings are more of a female thing. Right. And for me, feelings are your guidance system. Right? You should always know how you feel, because that tells you if you want to move towards something or away from something. It helps you know what you want more of.
Totally.
Right? So never to stifle your feelings because they're weak. For me, there's nothing better than feeling a strong feeling. Even if it's a strong feeling of anger, it's still a feeling, and with the energy and power of the emotion, I know that I can redirect that. I can think about, wow, why is this irritating me so much that I have so much energy towards it? I can look at it, shift the way that I'm thinking of it, and change all that energy into love. Right? But if I don't feel anything, then how am I going to have any focus? How am I going to have any oomph to put in a direction? Right? Because the joy of life is really in feeling, because love and caring and feeling all that there is to feel.
Martin was just saying how the special forces, these very strong warriors, they're some of the most gentle people he's met, and I will second that. Not all, but many that I've met. Navy SEALs, hardcore Marines,
and talk about the way they bond with each other.
Well, the bond between them, the brotherhood that you see, is incredibly emotional. They love. They're all in together. They become a family. But their ability to be gentle is quite incredible. But it has to do with that power. When you have that much power, and you have a good brotherhood, in this case, around you, or support system, you can allow that sensitivity to come to the surface. I think in the training that I've been through, and I've trained with all of these types of guys, law enforcement, military, that power has enabled me to feel relaxed enough to allow the sensitive. Because if you think I'm whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
You know, I kill you.
And we were talking about the mother before, feeling that for the one being mothered, like, I have your back no matter what. That's what when we love watching some of the TV shows like SWAT, where you know like, no matter what, I have your back. So even in this tough situation where it's all men, they're really experiencing the power of that love that we call mother, right? Like divine mother.
It feels so good to be sensitive and soft, and whatever you call it, it's love. And to have that type of love flowing through you and into your life, and that you can serve that up, as we say around here, be love, so that you can serve love and make a difference. You've got to allow yourself to crack the harsh, the guarded, the fearful, the anger. You've got to crack all those false selves and allow that essence of pure unconditional love to own you. I mean, that's true mastery, right? That's awakening at its best.
And that's that beautiful blend of where the male and female come together. Because when the female energy is there so fully, so soft and yet so strong, it's really close to where the male energy is that same perfect blend. That's where the union comes in. That's why we say like Sabrina. It's our version of seemingly female but balancing with the male more and more every day, and vice versa, coming together to make that blend.
Sarah, let's see if you want to tackle this a little bit. This is an insight she's saying that she's not sure about. Trying to understand how I'm able to feel others' pain, and then it says joy, and the need to touch one who is hurting. You might need to share a little bit more. Do you get that?
Yeah, I think that you're saying that you're able to tap in and feel the energy of other people. I can, right? And that's a beautiful thing to do, and it's also something that you have to keep in check, right? Because you want to choose where you put your energy and make sure that no one can really take away your energy, but you can allow it to be given in a direction that you may not want to. But when someone, when we watch a show or something, and even that actor is feeling something, we both are crying because we're allowing ourselves to tap into that same feeling and experience it.
Yeah.
Right? What joy or sadness, you can tap right in and feel that.
If we are on the right beat here, and even if it's not exactly what you're saying, I think this is a great conversation. To give yourself permission to feel everything is so important. I was just speaking to a student the other day who's going through some emotional stuff, and I said, don't try to fix it all up in your head psychologically and tidy it up and put everything back in neat little boxes.
Yeah.
Kind of just be with it and feel it and just see it for what it is, and then move through it into a higher vibrational emotion or energy state. So we never want to suppress anything, right? We don't want to push it down. We just want to gradually experience, I would say, what we call witness consciousness. I have been in my car listening to a song, and maybe you've had this happen, where it triggers an emotion, and it's a good feeling. It might even bring sadness up, I don't know. But I've let myself cry. And I'm crying, and I'm driving along, and I'm allowing this emotion to move through me. The song is over, and the emotion sort of just washes through, and then I'm just normal again. Because I've trained myself to allow the energy just to flow without any judgment. Mm-hmm. And I just notice it. And sometimes if it's a good energy, I like it. I will invite it in, and I will cry, or I'll sing, or I will shout. But it's just energy. And I love watching it move through. But I'm always going to entrain it to a place of joy and love and service.
Yeah, it moves through, like if you're moving through your day and you have a feeling of, I think I should go that direction today. I should take a different route to work. I do that. And the same thing if I meet someone and something just feels like, you should just move along. I do that too. I really try to tap into what I'm feeling as a guidance system. And the more that I do that, from a very light place, you can't overanalyze it, or then you're just getting into your head and not the vibration of it, the more sensitive that I become.
Sarah was talking about light robbers, people who steal the light. And so that's a really interesting topic, like the whole energy vampire thing. The good news is nobody can take anything from you. You hear about people putting energy hooks in you and stealing your chi. Like if you put yourself in environments where there's yucky energy, you're going to feel it because your beautiful system and intelligence is going to let you know. Now, if you allow yourself to just be open and vulnerable and around that energy, it will affect you. But the good news is you can repel all that and you can leave. Elvis leaves the building. Or you naturally repel it, not because you're trying to protect yourself from it, but because your vibration is of love and light and pureness.
Yeah.
That stuff can't even touch you because it's not in the same frequency.
Not only that, you can help, right?
You could
like
extend
in the movies where there's like the good versus evil. I don't think there really are evil people. I think we are all basically very, very good. We just can get into
a lot of forgettery,
funky places. And you have the character representing, bad with his force and the good with their force, and
dark and the light.
Like whose force is going to win? For me, if negative energy comes my way, well, first of all, if it's a place that I go there often and the energy is negative, I'm not going to keep going there. Right? If there's a store that I go there and everybody's always in a bad mood, I'm going to find a different store. I'm not going to put myself in those situations. But also, I can go into a situation and be that protector of innocence and just love on everyone. Totally. Be the one that brings light to those situations. Whether they feel it or not, intellectually, you are changing the vibration by being the lightness and being the love.
When I was a student at UC Santa Barbara, I had rented an apartment, and I found another student at the college, and we co-rented. And I remember after living with this person for one semester, I couldn't live with them anymore because they were very negative. Everything they said was a downer. And I remember feeling very depleted being around this person. And I thought, man, that person's energy just literally sucked the light out of me. But looking back in retrospect, I realized that wasn't what happened. I allowed myself to feel vulnerable and would commiserate in that person's conversations, and I would lower my vibration. I did it. He didn't do it to me. I did it by continuing to live there and engaging in that vibration. So the beautiful thing is when you feel that offness, that's your beautiful inner guidance, wisdom center telling you, this isn't in alignment with your soul consciousness. Time to, either really hold space or change it up.
Yeah.
And I would never be around somebody like that anymore. It's not worth it.
Yeah, because if I made it my life, if I decided to spend a lot of time around someone whose pattern was to be very negative, I could make it my life's mission to constantly be trying to help them shift their energy, but you can't do it. You can't make someone else's energetic frequency your responsibility. All you can say is, I'm going to be solid in all that I am when I'm around them. And it's up to always the other person. That's why we say, if you're into something like the way we're talking right now, and maybe you have some friends and family that they're not into it, you don't have to talk to them about it, right? You don't have to force your belief, the way that you live life on anyone, right? Because it's a gift. If someone is like, I love hearing about that, share that with them. But if I'm with someone that, this type of conversation doesn't light them up, and maybe talking about dogs lights them up, I'll talk about dogs, right? You don't ever have to force a topic or feel that it's your job, that everyone sees the world the way that we do.
But you could throw a love bone out, and if they start licking on it, to whoever it is, throw them a little light and see if they're receptive. And if they are, like Martin's saying, it can be fun to help them shift state, great. Then they're going to, but you hold space. We actually talked about this recently in some of our Life Force classes, how, other people, be mindful not to commiserate in a narrative that's negative.
Yeah, because you can think that's bonding.
You can think that's bonding and, or find a way to entrain the vibration up or get out of there.
Yep.
That's it.
That's such a interesting thing, the commiserating. I found myself doing it today. So I was in a conversation with my mom about mosquitoes. And we did a photo shoot last night, and we were around water, and there were a lot of mosquitoes, and then she had some mosquitoes, and I got in the car to drive to teach my morning class, and there were some mosquitoes in the car, like leftover mosquitoes. And then she was telling me how bad hers were, and I was like, oh wow, this is really not helping anyone. How can I shift this? And so I spoke about some solutions, and then I said, well, I'm just going to shift the conversation to how beautiful it was outside. How the lighting was gorgeous. There were so many beautiful things about the location where we were. Yeah. And then there were just some mosquitoes. So sometimes I find I get all tangled up and have to come back.
So, sweet friends, thanks for joining us for date night. Let's recap. There's this incredible mother energy. It's so powerful. And it's not just for ladies. Men, you can tap into this feminine principle as well. This unconditional love, this sweet, caring, high vibe energy that is so giving and so loving, yet also very, very powerful. And so we can also we talked about the protector and the one who is standing in front, protecting our babies, our children, our spouse, our loved one, and to allow that incredible power that we have, that masculine.
Intimidates some boys.
Yeah.
If you didn't see the beginning, you'll have to go watch.
So find the fusion, if you will, of this, the feminine and the masculine within yourself. And also in Life Force Arts, because we teach them and talk a lot about them, that's a beautiful way to live. when you find it, it doesn't matter what your orientation is or what type of body you're in or anything. There's this beautiful balance of energy that you can tap into regardless of your personality or anything.
Absolutely.
When you get that energy flowing within you, you will feel really, really integrated, and you'll know more what to do and when to do it, because you'll have access, because you've given yourself access to your power and to your soft power. Strong power, soft power. It's all powerful. It's all beautiful. It's all very loving. That's my takeaway.
And I agree.
And you agree. So do let us know how you feel about this type of stuff and what's lit you up. I know Sarah's saying...
what you love about those feelings of being a mother, because the more that we say them and express them, like for me, just pondering it, and what I was saying earlier, you know, I'm in your corner no matter what. You fall down, I'll pick you up. I remember the best you. I remember the best that you can be, and that's all I'm ever going to see, and I'm never going to give up on you no matter what. And when you need a shoulder to rest on, it's mine. Like, all those feelings feel so good. I felt like a boxing coach, right? You need a shoulder to rest on, you rest on mine.
Yeah, baby. We also really want to thank you for your contributions while this is live, because this is about connection for us. That is everything. And so, Sarah, you really helped bring something beautiful out today, and she's sharing, I love you guys, and how it's making her feel.
Okay, now you have to come to every show, because we're counting on you.
Yeah, you got to keep bringing the great questions. So, and Martin and everybody who's been contributing, we really appreciate. This is a bilateral, bidirectional experience, and you're part of it. So, again, happy date night. We'll see if we can find a nice place and take a photo, and we'll do our best to pop one in here so you can see where we ended up going.
Give us some honky tonk.
Honky tonk. Okay, we're going to honky tonk out. Okay. I think I've got one here for you. Yeehaw! Okay, gang, we got a little more dancing for you. And then we're out. And the feet. Here they go. Woo!
What about some guitar?
Oh yeah, air guitar, baby.
Look at my cute vegan French purse.
We love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of our lives. Thank you for coming to the Sabrinas show. We'll see you for episode number 4 next week.
See y'all next time.
Until then, much love.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!